It's time for Arnold. Arnold, yeah, get to the chopper, but it's not get to the chopper. It's now get down, but it's not get down. It's I'll be back. Or maybe hasta la vista, baby. Nailed it. Welcome, guys, to Think About It Reviews, and we're talking Terminator Genisys. This is directed by Alan Taylor, who famously did Thor: The Dark World. Also stars Arnold Schwarzenegger, Emilia Clarke, Jay Courtney, Jason Clarke. I mean, what can I say about this movie? I could say, I believe Matt Reeves. Matt Reeves is his name, from the Doctor Who fame. I will say this: the very beginning of this film was great. I was like, you know what? Holy shit! I had low expectations coming in. I was like, wow. The very beginning of the film, when it deals with the future, it was great. You had all the laser fights. You know, the T-800s were, or the exoskeletons were fine. You know, I thought they looked a little bit bad in my opinion when I saw images of it, but they looked pretty good in here. The CGI, was okay. It was pretty good. In the very beginning, everything was going good until we hit the fucking Sarah Connor, Kyle Reese, the twist that you see in the fucking trailer. I mean, this movie was confusing as hell. You don't even try to think about the timeline. Don't even try to make sense of the timeline. All you need to know is that they just Terminator Salvation's out the window, because there's one certain little bit that really just throws it out the window, honestly, and that's in the very beginning. I mean, this movie looked great. It was directed pretty good. However, the action sequences sometimes were a little everywhere. You couldn't, especially just like CGI everywhere. As the film kept going, I think the CGI got worse. The special effects. I mean, it was like, what? I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger, when you see a little bit of his exoskeleton is underneath, skeleton. It just didn't look. It looked CGI. It looked fake to me. It didn't look like the same craft and love that Stan Winston and his team did for this Terminator franchise. I gotta say, Jason Clarke as I believe that's Jason Clarke, the guy from Dawn of Planet of the Apes and Zero Dark 30. Him as John Connor was really. He did good. He did fine. He did fine. I still think I just didn't. I tried to picture Christian Bale in it, but there's no way Christian Bale would be good in this film with some of the dialogue and some of the things that happened in here. Jason Clarke did good what he was given. I think Jay Courtney was a surprise. He didn't do too bad. It's not his worst performance. It's not his best. Well, it might be his best performance, honestly, to date. He didn't do that bad, honestly. And Emilia Clarke, she kind of stumbled a little bit in the beginning, in my opinion, but she really just, you started really, she really got into it. And goddamn, she's hot, man. I think I'm gonna have to watch fucking Game of Thrones just for her. Arnold Schwarzenegger, he was okay. I mean, it's hard. It's very hard to see him in this film and not really honestly not really give a shit about his Terminator, because he's old. He's old. There's something there. There's something wrong. There's something wrong with Arnold being old now and being back in this action seat and in these action movies. It's not there anymore. That spark, that's something that we loved him for back in the day, is not there anymore. I don't think. I think he actually does better now going the different route with independent films like Maggie. I think he would be really good in a zombie movie, honestly. But he did fine. He had these one-liners that were pretty good. It did take some time to get used to this old Terminator. It did. They tried to make sense of it, so I just went along with it. Like I said, this whole movie is so fucking confusing if you think about it. It just doesn't make sense. The new Terminator that they introduced was fine. The T-1000. was okay. I don't even know why they even have a T-1000 in there, honestly. It was just like thrown in there. There was a lot of just references from the first and second one. A lot of callbacks, a lot of the same shit. But this movie, I can't be disappointed because I already had low expectations, but it was a lot better than I thought it would be. However, it just wasn't good. It's not a very. It was okay. It was whatever. Some parts were great. Some action set pieces were really good. But it just didn't really do it for me, which is kind of funny because I'm like critiquing the shit out of this, and I can dissect this and I could dissect Jurassic World, but for some reason I had more enjoyment with Jurassic World. Maybe it was the dinosaurs aspect, maybe it was more nostalgia, and you get nostalgia here, but it just doesn't. I guess the Terminator franchise are on its last legs. It's like, they should just end it at T2, honestly, or reboot the whole thing. I thought the lighting and the cinematography was really great, especially when at one scene Emilia Clarke, Sarah, and Kyle are in an underground kind of like base where there's armory and stuff. I thought that cinematography was great. I thought, like I said, Arnie was pretty good. He wasn't too bad in it. It's just, I think he's lost it, honestly, that special little spark. Like, the plot and the writing's just fucking everywhere. Like, the writing is just everywhere. The writing's not good in here. It just seems like they just threw in a lot of what we saw already in this Terminator franchise. They try to do these these little twists and stuff, but it kind of doesn't. It's kind of stupid and kind of dumb. And my God, watch my spoiler review because I am fucking. The whole movie was fine until the point. That ending really pissed me off. I really did not like that ending at all. So overall, Terminator Genisys, I can't recommend. I mean, it's really not that great, honestly. It's with so many other movies out there, it didn't give me the same satisfaction as Jurassic World gave me, and that's kind of crazy to think, but it's just how I feel. It's just how when I was watching this, maybe I was a little bit more invested in Terminator, and that's why I give it a little bit more harsher critique. But it just didn't do it for me. It just didn't do it for me. It was okay. It was whatever. Like I said, there were some good parts in here. J.K. Simmons was great. The beginning was great. Like I said, the war aspect, the acting was not too bad. And that's about it. The score, I gotta say the score. I think Hans Zimmer did the score. And some of the score, track pieces are really, really great. They're really actually harken back to that. And also, we see it in the trailer, the Terminator versus Terminator. It's okay. It's okay. When the Terminators are attacking you, if at least they're trying to kill you this time, not like in Salvation. However, it just doesn't. The action is what you've seen this before, and it doesn't really add anything new at all. But overall, it was better than what I thought. It definitely wasn't a good movie, and it's definitely something you would probably want to watch when it hits DVD or stream. It's not worth paying $11.50 because that's how much it costs for the full price. If you're going to matinee, it's like $9. It's not worth it. It's honestly not worth that money. I would definitely just watch the first two Terminators over again because honestly, now when I think about these Terminator movies, I just say, you know what, Terminator 1 and Terminator 2 are those are it. That's it. That's my two. All the rest is just like parallel, and you get some of that. You get like parallel in here, parallel universe, sort of. It's just I'm gonna go to my spoiler and I'll rant a little bit. But thank you guys for listening. I don't recommend it. Please, if you do want to go, but you know what? Think About It Reviews is basically a channel or a segment where I say, I review these movies. But if you're gonna go watch a movie, go watch it. I mean, if you say, I'm gonna watch this no matter what the critics say, that's fine. Think About It Reviews is just my opinion, and I want you guys, if you guys want to watch the movie, just go ahead and watch it. Come back, listen to my thoughts. We could go back and forth whether you like it or not, and just talk about it. That's all this really is just me saying, you know what, you're gonna go watch it anyway. Like Paul Blart, if you want to go watch it, go watch it. Who cares what fucking critics say? It's up to, it's you. It's your it's what you cater to. So for this film, I thought I was hoping it was going to be a lot better, and it kind of wasn't. So that's me. That's just me. So thank you guys for listening. And like I always say, grab a tick, grab a seat. Make sure you got some good popcorn to eat. I'll see you at the cinema. Don't forget to like this video if you like it. And please subscribe and comment below. I want to hear you guys' thoughts on about Terminator Genisys.